Saya, Tara Mustika Palupi, dosen Prodi Pendidikan Bahasa Inggris Universitas Negeri Jakarta. Di video ini, saya akan menjelaskan mata kuliah yang saya ampu, yaitu Public Speaking, kode mata kuliah 120200263. Mata kuliah ini merupakan mata kuliah yang ditawarkan bagi mahasiswa Prodi Pendidikan Bahasa Inggris Universitas Negeri Jakarta semester 4 yang berbobot 3 SKS. Mata kuliah Public Speaking bertujuan untuk melatih mahasiswa menyusun ide dan rinciannya dalam naskah, serta tampil membawakan pidato seremonial, yaitu pada Introduction Speech dan Graduation Speech, serta dalam Informative Speech dengan menggunakan strategi bercerita dan kutipan, signpost, paralinguistic features, leksikogramatika yang tepat dan berterima, kohesif dan koheren, serta memanfaatkan teknologi informasi dan komunikasi. Seperti telah dijelaskan sebelumnya, terdapat 3 topik bahasan yang dibahas dalam mata kuliah ini. Yang pertama, pidato perkenalan atau introduction speech. Yang kedua, pidato wisuda atau graduation speech. Yang ketiga, pidato informatif atau informative speech. Mahasiswa akan diberikan paparan mengenai konsep dasar dari masing-masing speech, contoh naskah dan video dari 3 jenis speech tersebut, yaitu introduction speech, graduation speech, dan informative speech, membuat draft dari masing-masing speech, serta berlatih tampil pidato dengan memanfaatkan sumber materi otentik terpercaya untuk mengenalkan orang lain atau diri sendiri pada introduction speech, memberikan nasihat terkait pengalaman kuliah dan rencana masa depan dalam graduation speech, serta memberikan informasi mengenai satu hal tertentu dalam informative speech. Di akhir mata kuliah ini, mahasiswa akan tampil dalam proyek kelas, yakni menampilkan 3 pidato tersebut di aula besar yang akan dihadiri oleh para dosen dan mahasiswa lintas angkatan. Dalam mata kuliah public speaking ini diharapkan mahasiswa mampu menampilkan pidato perkenalan dalam sebuah kegiatan akademik, misalnya seminar atau konferensi akademik, workshop, dan pelatihan, mampu tampil pidato wisuda atau graduation speech sesuai dengan konteks yang berterima, mampu menampilkan pidato informatif pada kegiatan akademik, misalnya seminar, orasi ilmiah, dan konferensi, serta presentasi dalam budaya akademik dengan benar. Dalam mata kuliah public speaking terdapat 16 kali pertemuan, termasuk di dalamnya proyek akhir. Saya, sebagai pengampu mata kuliah ini, menyampaikan mata kuliah secara tatap muka langsung di ruang perkuliahan, 1 minggu sekali, berdurasi 150 menit. Perkuliahan dilakukan di Gedung Dewi Sartika, Universitas Negeri Jakarta, lantai 3, ruang 309, setiap hari Kamis, pukul 13 hingga pukul 15.40 waktu Indonesia Barat. Mode sinkronus tatap muka langsung ini dilakukan dalam rangka memberikan pemahaman mendalam kepada para mahasiswa akan teori dan praktek speech yang disampaikan dalam mata kuliah ini. Selain itu, dalam perkuliahan tatap muka diharapkan mahasiswa dapat berinteraksi langsung dengan dosen dan juga temannya. Dan juga mahasiswa memiliki kesempatan untuk berlatih pidato di depan audiens yang sebenarnya. Hal ini sangat penting untuk membangun kepercayaan diri dan mengatasi rasa gugup yang sering kali muncul saat berbicara di depan umum. Pengalaman praktik ini tidak dapat sepenuhnya digantikan oleh pembelajaran jarak jauh atau virtual. Perkuliahan tatap muka juga memungkinkan mahasiswa untuk mengamati secara langsung, dosen dapat memberikan penilaian dan evaluasi yang lebih akurat terhadap kemampuan berbicara dan penampilan mahasiswa. Dengan mengamati secara langsung, dosen juga dapat menilai aspek-aspek seperti paralinguistic features dan respon audiens yang mungkin tidak terlihat dalam perkuliahan jarak jauh. Terdapat 3 sumber rujukan buku utama yang digunakan dalam mata kuliah ini, yaitu Carmine Gallo tahun 2014 yang berjudul Talk Like Pat, terbitan Macmillan, New York, Gregory Hamilton tahun 2018 yang berjudul Public Speaking for College and Career, edisi ke-11, terbitan McGraw-Hill, New York, dan juga Stephen E. Lucas tahun 2019 dengan judul The Art of Public Speaking, edisi ke-13, terbitan McGraw-Hill, New York. Selain itu, mahasiswa akan diberikan contoh-contoh speech, misalnya dari TED Talks, video graduation speech dari mahasiswa Indonesia yang lulus dari perguruan tinggi di luar negeri, dan sumber kredibel lainnya. TED Talks dikenal karena menyajikan pidato-pidato berkualitas tinggi dari para pembicara yang ahli di bidangnya masing-masing. Pembicara di TED Talks menggunakan berbagai teknik pidato yang efektif, seperti penggunaan cerita, humor, fakta menarik, dan juga visual aid. Mahasiswa dapat mempelajari teknik-teknik ini dan menerapkannya dalam pidato mereka sendiri untuk membuat presentasi lebih menarik dan persuasif. TED Talks memberikan contoh yang baik dalam penggunaan fitur paralinguistik seperti intonasi, ekspresi wajah, dan bahasa tubuh. Mahasiswa dapat mengamati bagaimana fitur-fitur ini digunakan untuk memperkuat pesan yang disampaikan dan berlatih menggunakannya dalam pidato mereka. Dan juga memberikan exposure akan penggunaan bahasa Inggris khususnya dalam konteks pidato. Melihat bagaimana pembicara TED Talks membawakan pidato mereka dengan penuh semangat dan percaya diri, dapat menginspirasi dan memotivasi mahasiswa untuk meningkatkan kemampuan berbicara di depan umum. Dengan menganalisis pidato-pidato dari TED Talks, mahasiswa dapat mengembangkan kemampuan kritis dalam menilai dan mengevaluasi pidato. Mereka dapat mengidentifikasi elemen-elemen yang membuat pidato efektif atau kurang efektif, dan juga menerapkan pemahaman ini dalam pidato mereka sendiri. Selanjutnya, saya juga menggunakan Learning Management System, materi berupa e-book, PowerPoint, video-video contoh speech dari berbagai macam sumber, speech rubric, penugasan beserta lini masanya, serta rubrik penilaian proyek akhir yang diberikan oleh dosen. Dalam hal jumlah SKS, 3 SKS terdapat pertemuan tatap muka selama 3 kali 50 menit, belajar mandiri selama 3 kali 60 menit, dan belajar terstruktur selama 3 kali 60 menit. Metode pembelajaran yang saya gunakan dalam perkuliahan di kelas sangat beragam, antara lain ceramah, preliminary reading pada materi speech, menganalisis video contoh speech, membuat draft speech berdasarkan contoh, praktik langsung berpidato, diskusi dengan teman, dan proyek akhir semester berupa penampilan mahasiswa di aula yang dihadiri oleh para dosen dan mahasiswa. Saya berharap dengan metode ini, mahasiswa mendapatkan praktik langsung memberikan mahasiswa pengalaman berbicara di depan audiens nyata, yang sangat penting untuk membangun kepercayaan diri dan mengatasi rasa gugup. Melalui praktik dan melihat contoh langsung, mahasiswa belajar memahami konteks dan dinamika situasi berbicara yang berbeda, misalnya seperti pada seminar, presentasi akademik, dan pidato formal. Diskusi antar mahasiswa membantu mengembangkan keterampilan komunikasi interpersonal seperti active listening atau mendengarkan aktif, memberikan kritik konstruktif, dan bekerja dalam tim. Ceramah yang disampaikan dosen memberikan dasar pengetahuan teoritis yang penting akan konsep dasar masing-masing speech, teknik-teknik berbicara di depan umum, struktur pidato, penggunaan bahasa, dan juga elemen-elemen penting lainnya. Inspirasi dan motivasi. Dosen dapat memberikan inspirasi dan motivasi melalui cerita dan pengalaman pribadi yang relevan, serta menunjukkan pentingnya kemampuan berbicara di depan umum. Dalam hal pemberian proyek akhir semester, yaitu berupa penampilan di aula, mahasiswa mendapatkan proyek akhir semester yang dirancang memberikan kesempatan bagi mahasiswa untuk menerapkan semua pengetahuan dan keterampilan yang telah dipelajari sepanjang semester dalam situasi yang mendekati kenyataan. Penampilan di depan audiens besar memberikan kesempatan bagi mahasiswa untuk mendapatkan pengakuan dan apresiasi atas kerja keras dan kemajuan mereka, yang dapat meningkatkan motivasi dan rasa percaya diri. Dengan demikian, Adanya bermacam-macam metode perkuliahan untuk mata kuliah public speaking ini memastikan bahwa setiap mahasiswa mendapatkan pengalaman belajar yang holistik dan komprehensif. Setiap metode memberikan manfaat unik yang berkontribusi pada pengembangan keterampilan berbicara di depan umum yang efektif dan percaya diri. Terkait dengan penilaian yang saya aplikasikan dalam mata kuliah ini, ada beberapa unsur penilaian yang diberikan, yaitu penilaian berdasarkan performance mahasiswa dalam melengkapi masing-masing project speech, yaitu project introduction speech, graduation speech, dan informative speech. Selain itu juga terdapat nilai project akhir dari penampilan mahasiswa di akhir semester. Setiap project berbobot masing-masing 25%. Berikut adalah cuplikan perkuliahan mata kuliah Public Speaking pada pertemuan ke-9 yang memuat komponen Delivery, Interaction, and Assessment atau DIA dalam bentuk micro-teaching. Selamat menyaksikan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, so thank you for coming to this class today. So how's your day? Good. Yeah, it's late in the afternoon. Yeah, hopefully that you had your lunch. Did you had your lunch? No? Yes? Okay. As our agendas today, we are going to discuss this topic. I think you have already known from this, from the LMS, yeah, because we had, and I also already submitted, posted everything on the LMS, and this is for our NIN meeting for the informative speech. So before we start the discussions, I would like to check the attendance for today's meeting. I hope that everybody is here today. Akila, Anissa Maharani, Abdul Aziz, is she absent?
Yeah, ma'am.
Dias, okay, good. Farah Diba, Giovanni Al-Kahfi, the introduction speech and the graduation speech. But then we are continuing to this part, the types of informative speech, the analysis, and the organization. And then we will also discuss the guidelines for the informative speaking, and we'll have a look at the sample speech. After this, you will have group discussions or pair work, if it is possible, to discuss 3 kinds of informative speech. Yeah, right. Okay, to refresh your mind, can anybody, do you have the idea what is actually the informative speech?
Speech designed to convey knowledge and understanding.
Okay, so comparing to the graduation speech and the introduction speech, also we have a quite difference, yeah, for the informative speech. We will have a discussions today for this informative speech. As you are looking at this, one of your first classroom assignment probably will be to deliver the informative speech. Of course, yeah, I'm sure that every assignment that you have from other lectures, yeah, you will have to present it right way in the classroom, yeah, and then you have to explain maybe the concepts, yeah, and maybe the ideas of other people. Then that's why it is also important to know that yes, informative speech is important, yeah. And then this we have, you might describe the object, show how something works, yeah, it might be about the descriptive text, yeah, or report on an event, explain the concepts, yeah. So your aim to have this informative speech is to convey the knowledge or the understanding. Yeah, all right. Now, so I have the questions here. Have you ever given a speech or the presentation that aim to inform the audience? Do you have any experience with that? Yes.
I have
the experience of giving an informative presentation when
Uh-huh.
I was in the first semester.
Wow.
Yeah.
In the first semester?
Yeah, because I went to my campus day and
Uh-huh.
I have to give information about English language education major to my juniors. So I said to them that what we've learned in there and also the prospect of the work or job. Like we don't need to be a teacher only.
All right.
Yeah, we can be a translator, we can be an interpreter, or become an embassy staff, and so on. And also, they have a question about the difference between English education and English literature, and I
Alright.
give the information about that also. And what I prepared is, I did a research about the prospect, of course.
The prospects of the graduates of
Yes, the prospect of the
ballet.
graduate. And for the lecture, like mata kuliah, I only give my experience. Give my
Alright.
experience, like the first semester of my lectures only.
Okay, so in the way that we have the informative speech, when you are delivering the speech, your speech will be judged in these three general criteria. Yeah? The first one is whether the communications, whether the information is communicated accurately. That's why you did the research. Yeah, it might be reading about the topic, about ELSPG, yeah, our study program. Yeah, what is the competencies that we have to have, yeah, as the graduates from study program analysis. Yeah, that's why you are easily to explain this to the audiences, yeah. And then the second one is the information communicated clearly. How do you maintain this criteria?
I also prepare the PowerPoint.
Okay.
So they can read the PowerPoint, but I explain the points that I write there.
Okay, now regarding to the visual aids, we will also discuss in the later discussion. Yeah, that's why using visual aids also will help you, yeah, to deliver a good speech. Yeah, and then the third one is the information made meaningful and interesting. Yeah, it should be interesting, of course. Why? Why do you think that it must be interesting to deliver the speech?
The audience pay attention to the speech, and also it helps them remember clearly about what is being conveyed.
Okay, yeah. So these strategies also will discuss at the ends of this session, yeah. So you will know what to do, yeah, before you perform the informative speech. All right. Then I would like you to think about the informative speech or the presentation that maybe you have watched in the TV or watching in YouTube. So, do you have any experience watching the informative speech via YouTube or TV or kinds like that? Yes, Deo.
I have an experience of watching informative speech or presentation in YouTube. The title is it was delivered by a world-class beatboxer. His name is Tom Tum, and the title is The Orchestra in My Mouth.
The orchestras in my mouth. Okay, so why do you think that it is memorable to you?
It was memorable because he delivered the speech clearly, accurately, and he's also performing his skills.
Okay, his skill is doing the beatbox.
Yes,
Okay, solo.
solo.
All right, yes. So was that talking about the strategies or else or what? What did the beatbox talking about?
Yes, it's about the strategy and his experience in the beatboxing world.
Okay, yes, yeah. Nah, regarding to this topic, and if you have already checked it on Stephen Books, then we can categorize the speech into some kinds of categories. Yeah, so we will look at on the types of informative speech, and we will have also look at on the organizations of each speech. Yeah. Okay, so the first one is speech about the object. Okay, the second one is speech about the process, about the event, and about the concepts. While we are discussing the object is anything that is visible, yeah, it is tangible, it is stable in forms. So what it means is that it might be everything, yeah, you might discuss everything. Yeah, can you give me examples of speeches about the object? Do you have any ideas?
Does a city count like Jakarta?
Okay, you might talking about Jakarta, but then we will look at whether it is too general to discuss or not. Yeah, so this explanation, the later explanation, will see, yeah, how to arrange the objects, the speeches about the object. Yeah, so we'll have the examples like Legos, service dogs, graphene. So I don't know what is this. Yeah, of course you have to know this, and then it might be about the person, the dream catchers or else. Yeah. Okay. Now, when we are talking about the object, yeah, you know what kinds of object. Yeah, and then the second one is about the process. So what is process? From Lucas' book, it is explained as the systematic series of action that leads to a specific result or product. Yeah, do you still remember what kinds of text when we are talking about the process? Yes, yeah, that's the procedure text. You had it on the senior and junior high school, yeah, because it is made from the steps, yeah, process. Okay, for example, this we have how fast food flash flood develops, and then how to write the effective job resume, and then how. So the answer is based on explaining about the process. You might talking about PRJ or HUT Jakarta, yeah, or this we have Boston Marathon, yeah, Tokyo Marathon, or sleep deprivations or else, yeah, that's about the event. When you are also talking about the event, then you might talk in based on the chronological order, yeah. You can look at on this explanation. And also the topical order. And the last one is about concept. Okay, it might be the one that, yeah, you might not favor in taking this as your speech, yeah, but then you can choose in between speech about the object, yeah, speech about the process, yeah, but then I think some of my students will not choose this because it is, yeah, it's quite difficult. Then you have to really know what ideas behind the concepts. For example, you want to talk about the sustainability, you want to talk about the concepts or about Confucianisms or else, yeah. But then you can choose if you want to have this kinds of speech to perform. Okay. No? Okay, can we continue to this next part? Okay, and then yeah, of course you can explain by description. So you describe it, or you can compare it, yeah, or you can contrast it. Yeah, that's the strategies to avoid the abstraction, especially when you are delivering the concepts or the ideas. Yeah, usually, yeah, people are always interested in listening or getting information personally. Yeah, then how to how to make this. Yeah, so you have to provide this with the fact, with the figures, with the illustrations. Yeah, because why? Yeah, making personalization will help you dramatize something. Yeah, okay. Okay, nah, so I have this one. What strategies can a speaker use to keep the audience engaged and interested through? Well, I think we have discussed it. Do you want to answer this question? Yes, Harum.
Okay, so based on my experience, when we start the speech with the strong opening, as we call hook,
Okay.
I think it can be more elaborate our speech and the engagement to the audience. Hook can be questions, a strong quote,
Humor,
jokes,
jokes.
and then after that we can do the closing strongly by reinforcing the conclusions, what already has been done in our speech. And then for the basic manner, we can keep maintaining the eye contact to the audience,
Okay.
and then the strong good body language.
Okay, yeah. Remember, yeah, we have already talked about hook or attention grabber. That's also one of the strategies to engage the audience. Yeah, yeah. It can be a humor. It can be quoting from a famous quote, yeah, or else, yeah. So then the audience will just engage at the first time. Then, in the content of your speech, you can use many strategies using visual aid, yeah, or else, yeah. Okay, good. Thank you. Yes. What do you find the most challenging sample of speech? I have 3 videos. Yeah. The first video is by Angela Lee Duckworth. She's talking about the greed. Yeah, so let's watch the video, and we will discuss on this video.
Some of my strongest performers did not have stratospheric IQ scores. Some of my smartest kids weren't doing so well.
Okay, so let's discuss. Let's just see from the presenter itself. Yeah, do you think do you think that the presenters is conveying good message to the audiences? In what way? In what way? Motivational, yeah. It is not. It is to mention the speech. Yeah, the topics of the speech. It's very motivational. Okay. And then the second one is a speech by Melissa Marcel, Talk Nerdy to Me. And the third one is The Secret to a Great Public Speaking by Chris Anderson. What I want you to do to work in a group is that you need to, by using this outline, yeah, so analyze each part of the speech. So you have to explain the specific purpose of the speaker talking about the topic, what is the central ideas, and what are the main points. If she or he has more than 3 main points, just write it down. Yeah, but I forgot to write down the conclusion. You can also make on the conclusions at the ends of this analysis. Yeah. Okay. So do you have any questions before you are starting discussing with your friends? No? Okay, it's clear then. You can arrange the seat into a group of 3, yeah? So these 3, and if you don't have any questions, I think we can finish our session for today. The submission have to, the polls for the submissions are available on the LMS. Yeah, it is due next week. Don't forget to submit it before our class started next week. Okay, so thank you everybody. Have a nice day. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Demikian video pernyataan diri dosen pada Unjuk Kerja Tridharma Perguruan Tinggi atau PDD UKT PT bidang pengajaran yang dapat saya paparkan. Semoga bermanfaat. Akhir kata, mohon maaf atas segala kesalahan. Terima kasih atas perhatian Bapak dan Ibu. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.